Good morning. I'm not real sure if Sue's coming over today. It's Friday, and we usually have celebrate Sabbath, Shabbat. So, and I a lot of times make something for supper, and then I make challah. So today I have decided to make some soup. I've got a chicken breast here. I put it in water. Had some leftover celery that I had put in the freezer, and I'm going to throw that in. I cut up an onion and put it in while I'm simmering the soup. Richard can't eat any solid food yet, but he could eat the soup out of the soup. He could eat the broth out of the soup, and it'll taste a little better to have vegetables and stuff in it. I have some vegetable broth that I bought, and I might, after this cooks down some, put some of that in, just to give it a little bit more flavor. I'll chop up my onion, put it in, and then start it to simmer. And then I'm going to have to, when I make the challah, there's a couple different ways to do it. Sometimes I just use warm water, but a way to make it raise a little better is to put warm milk in it. So that's what I'm thinking about doing that this morning. You gotta get it going early in the morning, or else you're left, I don't know, it just doesn't get risen like it should otherwise. So I usually start it first thing in the morning and get it going. I thought I'd get this one first and let it be simmering. I feel sorry for Richard, because after that surgery he had, I know for a couple of weeks he's not going to be able to eat solid food. Last night, because of his memory loss, he forgot and he ate a banana. I'm just hoping he didn't do himself some damage. I kind of doubt it. Bananas are pretty mushy, so he's probably okay, but it's not really supposed to be eating anything even mushy yet. He's supposed to stick to liquids the first week, and then he'll start being able to eat things like bananas and applesauce, just kind of more pureed food the next week. We'll lose weight for sure. It does kind of sap your energy for a while. And let's see, I've got some. Really have to go this out. Got some better than bouillon, and I don't have a whole lot of it left, so. So I'll put some of that in it. I'll give it some flavor too. I'm not going to use all of it up. It's pretty strong stuff. It works. It's pretty concentrated. So, get it off the spoon as much as possible. I'll set this on to simmer. Put the lid on it and just let it simmer on the stove for a while. And we'll come back to this later, and I'll probably put some. I may go and get some other vegetables later. So I like chicken and vegetable soup, and I might put a few noodles in it, but not very many. I try to keep it from being too carb heavy. A little pan. This is 2 cups, so I think I'm going to use 2 cups of milk. This is goat's milk. Ladies that come and help me clean every other week bring me They milk goats and they bring me milk. And it's really good. It's a little richer than the milk you buy in the store. It tastes awesome. So just warm this up on the stove. And it doesn't need to be hot, just warm. And that'll help feed the yeast. Found my yeast. One of the best recipes is the recipe on the back of the yeast packet. It talks about having a cup of water. I usually put a little bit more than a cup. I put sugar in it. They don't call for sugar, I don't think. And I'm using milk instead of water. And about 4 cups of flour. So I put the sugar, the water or milk, and flour. It has to be warm, not hot, but just slightly warm water, and the yeast all in together, and let it set. I mix it together in my mixing bowl. I let it sit for I don't know, half the day even if I need to. Once it gets rising good, you don't need to. It doesn't need to rise a whole lot more later on. I've got all day, so let that happen. So I just put 1 package of yeast in. It doesn't need more than that, not if you give it enough time. I know she's trying to clear off my cabinets, which is nice, but it makes it a little hard. Let's check the milk. It's well. It's warm, so I'm going to pour that in. Okay. Got the yeast in here. And I'm going to get some sugar and put in it. Usually, just put like a 1/4 cup of sugar, and I don't put lots and lots. There's it. It's about a 1/4 cup, 1/3 cup somewhere around there. Sure. There's already a Okay, this is find out. Gotta put my reading glasses on. This is here's a cup. So I will start out with 3 of these, and that will make 3 cups. That is enough to get it started. Don't need the bread dough cooked until later because it's not that thick yet. Just need to get it mixed up. I guess that's only 2 cups. Okay. That's fine. It's enough to get to feed the yeast and get it going. sit and vegetate, sit and grow. It will. So I'm using containers left over from protein shakes mix. It makes good containers, and I hate wasting good containers, so that's what I use. Let's see. I have a little bit of avocado oil left, but pour some of that in there. It's probably a quarter of a cup I'm putting in. I don't put a lot. So it just needs to mix. I usually put a cloth over it and keep some of the warmth in. It'll rise a lot. Let's see if I can show you what the mixture looks like. It just looks kind of goopy at this point. So it's got 2 cups of flour in it now. Oh, something else I put in it is eggs, but I'm going to wait to put a couple of eggs in it later. I'll let this grow for a bit. Just going to put a full dish towel over the top of it and let it hold a little bit of the warmth in. It'll be a little while, and in the meantime, the soup is simmering, and this is trying to grow. And I'll come back later when we work on it some more. It's been about an hour, hour and a half, and as you can see, I was running the microwave heating up my coffee, but as you can see, it's really raised a lot. I'm going to put some salt and a couple of eggs in and mix it up some more and let it raise some more. These are our eggs from our chickens. Okay, let's start that mixing a little bit. Put some more moisture into the dough. I'll just need to put more flour in it a little bit later. I'm going to put in about maybe a tablespoon of salt into it, because this will make 2 loaves. Okay, I'm putting about this much salt in, which it's probably a couple of teaspoons, not quite a tablespoon. I think salt kind of hinders the yeast from raising, so I don't put it until it's had a chance to really activate good. So I'll let this raise some more for a bit, and then I'll put some more flour in and get it to the point where it's more like dough. Covered it back up again, and we're going to let it raise some more. That's why I started early in the morning, because it's a process. In the meantime, my soup is simmering. The chicken's pretty much done. I'll ended up cutting it off the bone and dicing it up and putting it in here, but I've got to get some more vegetables into it. But it's not in a hurry, because that's not going to happen until supper time. Okay. Well, my soup is semi-done. It's not done, but it's semi-done. And I need to get the chicken off the bone and it's already started falling off. Cut it up, put it back in what needs to go in there. So it was a pretty good sized I put a package of vegetables. I'll show you what I put in. I bought 2 of them, so put a package of organic mixed vegetables in the soup. So I've got that. Probably gonna cut up a little bit of zucchini and put in it, and I've got some cabbage I'm gonna cut up and put a little bit of that in it. Cut up the chicken and put it in. Let's see. Quite a bit of chicken. This will be enough to last me for a few days because all Richard can eat is all he can have right now is the broth, but it'll taste good. It's already tasting really good. So having good flavorful broth, even just to start it out with when you've had bariatric surgery, is good. It's a good thing. I can remember because I've had bariatric surgery and I know what he's going through. I went through the liquid only diet with him for the week before, and it really shrunk what I can eat in just that short amount of time. It shrunk it a lot, which is probably a good thing because I hadn't really gained a bunch of weight back, but I've maybe gained a little teeny bit, not very much. But I don't want to either, so I'd like to lose some more. When we work on it together, I'm pretty sure that will happen. It'll be easier. Because he won't be able to handle eating all the sweets and stuff either. So I'll probably quit making them. Okay. Boo Boo, do you want a little piece of chicken? There you go. See if there's anything else you can have with this. You have that too. A little easy to eat, but can't have that. That's a bone. Can't have the bone. Put a lot in it, but I'm gonna put some in it. Put the rest of it in the baggie. Just cut some of this up and make sure this is enough. I don't have any more goodies for you, sorry. I'm even out of carrots. I feed him carrots sometimes and he's ate them all. I don't have any more left. Guess I could cut an apple up for you. That'd be about it. It's worse for dogs. Okay. Well, that just needs to simmer a little bit longer. Put the zucchini in after it thaws out a little bit, but I gotta clear this off so I can work on the bread. Cabbage, go in here for another meal. Put this over on the stove for a bit. As you saw, I had to put the extra bread and flour in there, but I put a couple, I think 2.5 more cups of flour, and now it's risen like this. And now it is quarter to 3. Is that right? Yeah, 10 to 3 about. So, Sue and I are going to be the only ones here, so I may just, hope she doesn't mind, I just may make a loaf of bread instead of making challah, normal challah. You make normal challah, braid a loaf, and usually this batch will make 2 loaves. And Richard can't eat it, so I think I might just make a loaf, and then I can at least make it into toast or something. It's really hard to make it into toast when you're
Rose,
yeah,
where's the charging cable here in the bathroom?
I've got it in here. Do you need it?
Yeah, my phone's dead.
Okay, just put it in there. I'll charge it for you in a minute.
Okay, I'll leave it here in the bathroom.
Okay. Okay. Put a little bit of this flour. Yeah, this is the flour. A little bit of flour on the mat, not much. I found out it works better to work with, rather than flour your hands, to wet your hands with dough for dough. It works better to do that than to flour it, but the surface kind of needs the flour. So put a little flour on the surface, and then cut this in half. I usually freeze half of it. So oh, I shouldn't have done that. Okay, get some paper. Okay, I'm going to wrap up one of these next time, which once I thought out I can braid it for regular challah. And I just take it like this and stick it in the freezer until next week. And I don't have to bake it every week. And if I decide to have bread between now and then I could, but with it just being Richard and me, probably not gonna happen. Because he can't eat it at this point. He just had about a quarter of a cup of, maybe a third of a cup of cottage cheese. That's all I could eat. And that's not abnormal for this stage of the game. Okay. I think I'm just gonna, instead of braiding it this time, because I'd like to be able to use some of it for like regular bread, and me and Sue are not gonna eat all of this. It doesn't look like much, but I guarantee you it'll swell up to be a whole loaf of bread when I put it in the bread pan and bake it. That's where I really like these baking sheets rather than oiling all the time. Come out easier. And so, put this in here. Like I said, normally I would braid it and then let it raise. And then I'd put egg wash on it, sprinkle salt over the top of it, and then bake it for about 20 minutes. That's all it takes. So I'm just going to let this raise. And then I'll show you it when it's ready to, might put egg wash on it and then put it in the oven. Not that much to it. not gonna bake it. Not gonna bake it until about 4 o'clock. So it'll have a couple hours to raise, for an hour and a half at least. I'm looking forward to this soup. It's going to be really good. It really is a very tasty soup, and if I can dig out my spices, tarragon and what's the other one? Cumin? I think cumin makes soup really, really good, especially chicken noodle soup. I'll put maybe a few noodles in it, but not very many. It's got vegetables. It's not going to need a lot. So I could even put a couple of potatoes in it, since I'm the only one eating the vegetables. Richard doesn't like potatoes in soup. He doesn't like potatoes except for he likes mashed potatoes and baked potatoes, but not potatoes, not soup potatoes. I don't know why. Maybe that'll change, because when you have a bariatric surgery, your taste changed quite a bit. So we'll see, that could change. Okay, well, sitting here getting ready. I'm gonna go do some work on probably on my my cooking projects, because I'm hoping that. Just about 4 o'clock and my bread has risen. I'm getting ready to, I'm going to put some egg wash on it, and then I'll put it in the oven. That's the bread, and this is the chicken soup. This is all that's left of the bread I baked. This is how it came out. It was really good. I've been slicing it off to make toast, and I got a couple more, 3 more slices left I can use. I wanted to say thank you guys for watching and for supporting us. If you would like to see more of any kind of the stuff that we do, please leave a comment and subscribe. It helps us grow our channel. Give a thumbs up so more people can find us. I'm trying to grow it into a community of people that are retirees and that like to garden and like to craft and do quilting and rug cooking and all that stuff, and baking and cooking. So we probably will have family stuff in here once in a while, but just really appreciate it, and thank you so much for being here and for supporting us. So God bless. Love you.